Look around the room you're sitting in right now. The walls feel solid. The door is locked. You are alone. In ancient Slavic belief, that feeling of safety was a lie. A house wasn't empty space, it was an ecosystem. There was a spirit beneath the floor, a master behind the stove, a watcher in the chimney, and sometimes something sitting at your table that looked like your brother but had the eyes of a corpse. Tonight, we step inside the Slavic home, and you will see why privacy was a myth. Welcome to Salazar's Timeless Treasures. To understand these entities, you have to understand the house. The izba was built to survive winter. Thick logs, a massive stove, a low ceiling to trap heat. But folklore says every part of this structure was inhabited. The threshold wasn't wood, it was a border. The stove wasn't furniture, it was an altar. The cellar wasn't storage, it was territory. Let's start at the lowest point of the house, where the light never reaches. Beneath the floorboards lies the podpole, the underfloor cellar. Cold, damp, pitch black. This is the domain of the Podpolnik. He is not a guardian, he is a crawler. If you hear scratching directly under your feet at night, that's him. Small, with fur the color of soil, gray, brown, black. He protects the food stores, but he is possessive. If you enter without asking, if you sleep too close to the trap door, he reaches up. There are stories of people waking with bruised ankles, finger-shaped marks, as if something tried to pull them into the dirt. Even in your own house, the ground beneath you was not yours. Move upward to the heart of the house. Behind the stove lives the Domovoi. You may think he's harmless, a small bearded grandfather spirit, but the Domovoi is not a mascot. He is the accumulated soul of the family, the ancestor bound to the home. If you keep peace, he protects you. If you argue, neglect the house, forget his porridge offering, he turns violent. He bangs pots in the night. He tangles your hair as you sleep. He moans from the walls, and sometimes he touches you. If you wake in darkness and feel a warm, furry hand, good fortune. If the hand is cold, bare, skeletal, someone in the house will die. The Domovoi doesn't need to kill you. He only needs to warn you. But not every house spirit belongs there. Sometimes something moves in. The Susedko, the little neighbor, a stray entity, a displaced spirit from a burned or abandoned home. He lives inside the logs, in the cracks. He hates the Domovoi. If you hear banging in the walls, not random noise, but something like two beings fighting, that is eviction. The Domovoi trying to drive him out. If the Susedko stays, dishes shatter. Children wake with blue bruises. To appease him, families left tiny woven shoes in the corner, a bribe. Because sometimes it was easier to live with the intruder than anger it. In the corner where women spun thread lived the Shishimora. You may know her as the Kikimora. She is small, crooked, bird-like, with spindle-thin legs. By day she hides, by night she works. If you hear the spinning wheel turning at 3 a.m., do not look. She is not weaving cloth, she is weaving fate. Thread backwards, tangled, twisted. If she stares at you while she spins, she is finishing your funeral shroud. And if you wake in the night, unable to move, unable to breathe, the weight on your chest, that is her. She crawls up from the floorboards and sits on your ribs. Sleep paralysis wasn't a medical event, it was a visitation. Now we look up to the chimney. The Ominishnik lives in soot and ash. He has no face, only a black smudge where features should be. He clings inside the flue and watches through smoke. He is the spy of the spirit world and the most dangerous. In a wooden house heated by fire, airflow meant survival. If angered by disrespecting the fire, burning trash, cursing the stove, he closes the flue. Smoke rolls back down. Carbon monoxide fills the room silently. He doesn't claw. He doesn't chase. He waits until the family falls asleep and never wakes. But none of them violate you like this one. The Prikidshchchik. His name means the one who assumes a form. He does not guard, he infiltrates. He appears as someone familiar, a traveler, a cousin, a brother returned early. He sits in the guest corner. He eats your bread. He nods when you speak. But something is wrong. He casts no shadow. His clothes are slightly reversed, and if you look at him in a mirror, you do not see your loved one. You see a rotting, featureless corpse staring back. In a culture where hospitality was sacred, this was the ultimate horror. The question no one wanted to ask, is the person sitting at my table human? The cellar, the stove, the walls, the loom, the chimney, the guest chair, every inch of the Slavic home was occupied. You survived by respecting invisible borders, by leaving porridge, by staying silent at night. But at least inside, there was warmth. Outside the door, there is no warmth. In part 2, we step into the yard, where the spirits don't watch you, they work you, and sometimes they burn you alive. I'm Salazar. Sleep well and check the corners.